What's up, keyboard nerds? Today we're taking a look at the Redragon UCAL Pro. Now, I read online that this is actually going to be really great gasket-mounted keyboard for the price. I think you call that a win. And without further ado, let me just provide you the unboxing, the sound test, and my review of the keyboard. So as we unbox this thing, this is I hesitate to say the price. Under $100, but more than 50, but just slightly more than 50 at the time of this recording, which puts it into the budget category for sure. Kind of like mid-budget. It's not like a $30, $40 keyboard, but it's not like a $99 or $120 keyboard. And I will say right off the bat, last year I did a comparison of a bunch of the big box gaming brands like Logitech and Redragon and SteelSeries and like 4 or 5 others. And I gotta say, the Redragon keyboards across the board, pleasantly surprised for what they were. Redragon's they make a bunch of stuff and it's pretty affordable. I was gonna say cheap, but affordable peripherals. And I gotta say, the keyboards I tried last year about this time really did not disappoint. I really like them. So there's the keyboard, first glance. Why is the back white, but the front is black? So this is the black version of the keyboard. It's got this all the way around to help protect it, I suppose. We'll take that off in a second. But first, I will say that it comes with standard cable, L-shaped cable right there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Great idea. It's also Bluetooth and comes with a 2.4 gigahertz dongle. So you just really need that to charge it, or if you want to leave it plugged in, fine. This is the Otimu Red switches, super cheap. Not my favorite. It comes on a lot of super budget boards. Otimu Reds, linears, not my favorite, but it's hot swappable. So you put whatever switches in you want to. Obviously the instruction manual to figure out how to turn it off, connect with up to a couple of devices, sticker that I'll throw away, and then switch puller and keycap puller. And that's it. So let's take a look at the keyboard itself. 75% layouts. Not 80, although there is a little bit of space in here. I don't know if you can see that because it's really dark keyboard and it's dark in my office here. A tiny bit of space between the arrow keys and the actual keyboard itself. And how do I get this plastic off? Woo. Woo. You know what? I gotta say, I approve of this, by the way. I mean, it's not going to stop any dents or scratches during shipping, but it'll stop like smudges and little marks, and you just never know. Volume knob, super slick and smooth. I'm excited to test it out and see how it works, of course. The keys, right off the bat, is very sound dampened, and as well it should be. It has a couple of layers of sound dampening in here. First of all, it's gasket mounted, which means the plate and PCB will be mounted on top of little gaskets, little like silicone gaskets all the way around the keyboard. There's a layer of foam between the plate, which you put the switches into, and the PCB, the motherboard sort of thing. Motherboard sort of thing, is that the right word? A layer of foam there, and a layer of silicone at the very bottom. I just turned this on without realizing it. Lots of sound dampening here. We'll do an official sound test in a second, but I noticed that right off the bat. Really shiny. At first I was like, whoa, that's like too shiny. You can see like the light reflecting off this. It's a very shiny finish, which isn't all bad, I gotta say. I like, by the way, that there's no Redragon label or logo on the keyboard. Really appreciate that, and there's not any room for it, first of all, but there's one right here on the side of the keyboard. Totally cool, I'm fine with that. I just don't like it on the top where I see it all the time. Dongle is on this side of the thing right here. Just pull it out, and there it went. It's across my office now. All right, adjustable feet, etc. You got the tri-mode functionality right here. 3 different angles you can set this keyboard at. Nothing else of note on the back other than, of course, the little feet dampeners, or the bottom of the case has these sound effect dampeners here. And other than that, we're good. You know what I always wonder if I should show people like connecting it? So I'm on Mac right now, but I do have a Windows computer that I game on. I'm gonna turn the Bluetooth on and just see what happens here. Does it pop up? Yes, it does. Bluetooth 3.0 keyboard, Bluetooth 5.0 keyboard. I don't actually know which one of these is what. I'm actually just gonna hit connector. do my keys, set that, and open a text file. I'm on a Mac, and I can see that my keyboard shortcuts, modifier keys, are backwards. So I'm gonna go in here, modifier keys, change it to this keyboard. Option goes to command, command goes to option, hit done, and now I should be able to operate my computer as normal. Works good to go. So that said, let's actually hop on over and do an official sound test. Okay, so let's get into a review here. I have been using the Redragon UCAL Pro for well over a week, and I have 3 things, like in the positive side, and I came up with 3 negative things, although they're really tiny negative things. My overall review is this. This is a really fantastic keyboard for its price. That's my overall review. It really is. I would say the top 5% of like Pete's recommendations out of all the keyboards I've used ever. For its price range, fantastic keyboard. Now, let's go into the things I really like. It sounds and feels really good. For a super low budget keyboard, less than $100, less than $70 in a lot of cases, it sounds and feels really solid. Really good. We'll talk more about the switches in a second, but I don't consider that part of it. Sounds and feels really good. Next, I overall like the design and the feature set. It was easy to connect. It's a solid built keyboard. It's heavy. Doesn't feel like it's going to break. It doesn't feel cheap. It has trifold feet. It has the rotary encoder, the volume knob, or whatever. You can use their software if you want to really customize it, or a third-party software. Check mark. Okay. And the third, obviously, is just the price. $70 for this keyboard is a really good deal. It is. It's a solid keyboard. Now, very quickly, I'll tell you the things that were on the negative side. Number 1, the stock switches that come in here, OTMU Reds, I think. That's what I have. It's actually been over a week. Wait a minute, I forgot one positive thing. The battery life. I have not charged this yet. From when I received it. They sent it to me like a month and a half ago. Sat in the box for a long time. I did the first part of this video. I've been using it nonstop. Like I haven't used any other keyboard for the past week. Just this one. Still haven't charged it. Still going strong. Battery life. Impressive so far. Anyways, switches, I don't like OTMU Red switches in general, period. And this is such a good keyboard. I feel like if they put better switches in it, stock, or you can throw some in because it's hot swappable, obviously, you need to do that. Or in order to really get great value out of this, I think it needs some different switches. There you go. Put the gasket in there and all the sound dampening in the case or whatnot. Super solid. Throw some different switches in there. Good to go. Next up, this button right here on the side of the keyboard, the on-off Bluetooth versus wired, this switch right here, I kept having it disconnect from my computer. And by kept, I mean only like 5 times. And I've literally like turned the keyboard on when I come back to work, probably like 100 times. So like 5% of the time, we'll just say that. It wouldn't connect. It's like the keyboard's on, I didn't disconnect it, but it's not doing anything on my computer. What's going on? Now the fix was super easy. Turn it off, turn it back on again, and now we're good to go. It even says connected on my computer right there, and I can use it and so on and so forth. That only happened a couple of times, but it was just a little annoying. Something to think about. The connection dropped, the Bluetooth connection dropped for whatever reason. That's really it. Last thing is super nitpicky, honestly. It's really shiny. Maybe if you like the shininess, that's one thing. You can see like the light reflecting off of it right here. It's almost like a mirror. This too, it's just really shiny. I don't know. I just find myself preferring matte finishes, matte looks whenever possible. It's just really shiny. I know it's super nitpicky and it doesn't really matter for, I would argue, the large majority of people don't not buy it because of that. Because honestly, for like 60, 70, 80 bucks, whatever this is, it's a phenomenal keyboard. Phenomenal. Great feature set. Sounds and feels really good, especially once you put some different switches in there. And that's it. It's a fantastic keyboard. Oh, one more thing. On Amazon, they have different colors. I don't know why they don't have these on their site at the moment. They have black, they have white on their site. But on Amazon, they have black transparent wireless and white transparent. That's sick. I like that. I would love this keyboard right here. That's so cool. I would probably just do like one solid background backlighting color right there. That'd be a sick looking keyboard. This is the one I have, but I want that one. So I don't know, maybe on Amazon. They're a little bit more expensive. As you can see, they're like 10, 15 bucks more, but I would happily pay that. That looks cool. Throw some different switches in here. This would be a phenomenal keyboard for its price range. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe if you're into keyboards or gaming tech. And I'll see you in the next vid. Have a lovely day. Adios.